How's it going, everybody? And thanks for stopping by. In this video, we're going to be going ahead and taking a look at our next topic, which is going to be access lists. Now, we've already taken a look at access lists to a degree as we're going along here, but in this particular case, we need to take a look at it for the respect of it's going to be doing something beyond NAT. So access lists can be used for NAT, and it's almost a requirement. I say almost because I don't really want to dive into the you need to have this, this, and this for that. I'm not at the NAT section yet for this course. But what we're going to be doing is on R11 here, as you can see I've got it pulled up, we're going to be going ahead and I'm going to be actually testing out some standard ACL configuration. So we're going to test what they refer to as longest match on the ACL. So matching based off of a subnet and matching based off of a host IP, so you can see the difference and stuff like that. One of the things that I'm going to do real quick is on switch 2. I'm going to pull it up as well. Go ahead and rename the tab real quick and type in switch 2. Hit the enter key a couple times. There we go. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I have PC1 here. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the VNC connection for PC2. And let me go ahead and pull up Super Putty one more time. So we're going to have PC2, we're going to have PC1, and we're going to go back and forth and do some stuff. So what I'm going to go do is on the switch, I'm going to type in interface gig 0/3, I believe. Yep. So type in switch port access VLAN 10, switch port mode is access. And then on PC2, we're going to go ahead and we're going to log in. We're going to get an IP address for PC2. Since we already have DHCP and everything else running the way that it needs to be, we'll be in pretty good shape there. So we'll give that a moment to do its thing. And we're going to go ahead and I will just make sure that DHCP is enabled on it. Because I don't, actually no, that's not the one I want. I want this guy. Details. Okay, so DHCP is enabled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and type in CMD. I'm going to type in ipconfig, and I'm going to go ahead and do the release and then the renew, because I want to get an IP address. And after a couple seconds, we should get an IP address, which we do. We get 10.1.1.3, which means that we have connectivity and everything looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and close. There we go. That's actually what I was looking for. So we're going to go ahead and click on close that. So now we have IP addressing from both. So so everything looks pretty good from that perspective. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is on PC1 and PC2, we're going to be doing some testing from when it comes to using a standard ACL to lock down the control plane of the router. Now this is going to be a simple access list that denies traffic from the 10.1.1.0/24 network, but permits 10.1.1.2. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is log in. We're going to go to global config and type in IP access list and standard and give it a name of VTY access. And hit the enter key. We're going to type in deny, or permit in this case here, 10.1.1.3 as the host. And one thing you'll notice at the very end, so we got the source IP, but we don't have a destination. So, and the one thing about standard access lists is standard ACLs match only on the IP stack. So it's anything IP, any IP connectivity from 10.1.1.3 should be permitted. Now if we type in deny the 10.1.1.0/0.0.255, we're saying deny anything else and deny any. So if we do a do show IP access list, we're going to have a couple of entries here. We're going to have the permit entry, which is the first one, which is being specific, saying I want you to permit any traffic from 10.1.1.3. And then I have another deny entry that's, or sorry, permit, which I want to allow any connectivity from 10.1.1.3. But then I have two deny statements. The first one is a little bit shorter of a match, meaning that it's going to be less specific, and it says deny any traffic coming from 10.1.1.1 or 10.1.1.0, meaning anything from the 10.1.1.0/24 subnet. And then we have the catch-all of deny any. So now what we get to go do is we get to type in line VTY 0 / 4 and type in the access class command, and we get to specify the access list name, which is going to be VTY access. We say the word is going to be VTY access, and we define the direction. This is going to be for inbound connections, and we hit the enter key. Now, what we have to do real quick, is I don't know if I actually have putty on here yet. Let me go just do a quick check. I don't believe that I do, but I think I have the Telnet app. Let me go on here and do a show run section line. Make sure that I have Telnet enabled. So transport input is going to be all, just for the simple fact of that I need to test this. So let's just make sure that we can ping. What's the IP address? I forgot. Do show IP interface brief. This is going to be 172.16.12.1. So ping 172.16.12.1. So we can reach that IP address, which is great. So I'm now going to type in telnet to 172.16.12.1 and hit the enter key. Okay, I didn't enable Telnet, so let's take a moment. I'll show you guys how to go through the process of enabling the Telnet client. So we'll go on to Start menu, Control Panel, then we'll type in Programs, and then turn Windows features on or off. It'll take a second or two for it to find what it is that we're looking for. Now I'm not going to make you wait for this to actually install, so I'll click the check boxes, click OK, and then when it's all done, you guys will see that. I'm not going to make you wait for it to come up. We'll click on this guy, click on OK, and then it's going to go ahead and install. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so we should be back. That was actually going a lot faster than I planned on it being. So we'll go ahead and hit the up arrow, and we're going to try to connect via Telnet. And it says connecting to, it could not open the port. So, but if we come out of here and do a show IP access list, we're going to get deny matches on this guy right here, because that's where the specific access list that traffic matched on. Now, if we go over here to PC2, and I'm going to have to go back and enable Telnet on this guy as well. So I'll go ahead and turn Windows features on or off. So I'll be back in just a moment for that one as well. Okay, so that was actually a lot faster than I was anticipating it. So we're just going to go ahead and ping 172.16.12.1, and we'll do the Telnet connection from here. We'll type in Telnet to 172.16.12.1, and we're allowed to come in if we hit the up arrow. We don't actually need to authenticate because the access list will allow that to happen. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and type in, the username is Rob, privilege level is 15, and the secret is Cisco. And then underneath the line VTY 0 space 4, I will go ahead and type in login is local, which means I want to allow logins, and I want to go ahead and authenticate using the username and password database. However, there is another way of doing this. We can type in no login and do show run section line. Now, what this should do, if we hit the enter key here, is no login. If we hit the up arrow, it should just allow it to connect, and it does. And then we'd have to hit the enable command, but there's no password set. So no login configured at the VTY line level says don't trigger a authentication mechanism, but just allow it to connect. Now, if I was to come in here and have a enable password, I could do that, but I like to leverage the login local option. So we can go ahead and just hit exit, and then do this again, and we'll type in Rob and Cisco, and then here we are. Again, we go back and we do a show IP access list, and we see that there's multiple matches on the 10.1.1.3 network. Now, you might say, okay, well, that's great. What about the server? Can the server do that as well? And the server can. So we're going to go ahead and we'll click on the server, but we will do it from, actually, I'm already on the switch. I don't need to do that. So let's go back to here, and from the switch, we'll do a show IP interface brief. We should be sourcing traffic from the 172.16.12.2 network. So if I was to Telnet to 172.16.12.1, will it work? Connection refused by remote host. So hit the up arrow. Now I have all three access lists are being hit. So if there's not a specific match to a specific subnet or to a specific host IP address, then you're going to match on the least specific match. That's why I wanted to show you the hierarchy, how that would come in. You know, longest match, it's not quite as long, but it still encompasses that, but it will be less specific because it's a subnet. And then we have the least specific, which is pretty much grab everything else. So that's pretty much where that comes into play. Now, what we're going to do in the follow-on videos is going to be I'm going to stop the standard ACL here and then do extended ACLs in another video, because there's a little bit more to standard ACL or extended ACLs that I want to demonstrate and how they come into play and go from there. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.